If you're a reader, you know about Goodreads. You probably use Goodreads, and maybe you even like Goodreads. I liked it too. You want to know why I stopped using Goodreads and what I'm using and madly in love with now? You're ready to talk about this. Hit the like button. Let's go. So the concept seems to be that you can track the books that you're reading, get book recommendations, see what other people are reading, and see what they're thinking about their books. And seems like a great idea, right? Yeah, I hated it. Okay, hate is a strong word. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it, and it didn't work for me. And no, the first problem is not that Goodreads is now owned by Amazon, although I understand that is an issue for a lot of people. And no, the fact that the app seems to like freeze all the time and require you to shut down and restart your entire like system is not problem number two, even though that seems to be an issue for a lot of people. The three problems that I'm going to share with you today are issues that I have with the fact that Goodreads just doesn't support the way I read or why I read. It doesn't help me enjoy or remember the books that I'm reading at all. So why did I leave Goodreads? So it seems like most people use Goodreads to track what they're reading and to track what they want to read, right? Goodreads makes it really easy to like add a book to your bookshelf, and you can mark like whether you've read it or whether you want to read it, right? So then when you log in, you can see all the covers of your books and kind of keep yourself organized and track what you're reading. You can also tell Goodreads like how many books you want to read this year, and then Goodreads will encourage you or badger you, however you look at it, until you reach your goal, right? So all of these are good things in theory, but for me, the tracking like this makes me into the kind of reader who is just consuming books. Like, I'm just consuming them. Like, reading is an achievement or something. Like the goal, the big achievement is to read more books than anybody else at the end of the year, right? That's what Goodreads and tracking what I'm doing like this sort of made me feel. And it got to the point for me where I was just reading like hundreds of books a year. And I couldn't remember what any of them were about or even if I liked them. It actually was at the point where I would go to buy a book on Amazon, or I would like go to borrow a book on my Kindle Unlimited because I had to get the Kindle Unlimited because I was going broke buying all these books, which is not a problem I want to have. But I would go and I would like choose a book that I wanted, and Amazon would be like, Viv, you already bought this book? Or, Viv, you borrowed this book in April and you returned it in April. Are you sure you want to do this? And I was like, nothing. No memory of this book. Nothing. That book meant absolutely nothing to me. None of the books meant anything to me because I was just gorging on them like I was gorging on the candy sitting on my desk right now. So the problem was partly because I do really like to read, right? And I am a fast reader. And I do like, especially if it's a good book, right? I want to get to the next part. What's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? So my tendency is to read fast anyway. But if I'm honest, part of the reason why Goodreads turned me into a book consumer instead of a book enjoyer was because I could mark it off on Goodreads and number one, keep Goodreads happy, right? Keep them off my back, since they seemed intensely interested in making sure I hit my 250 books a year goal, right? But also, if I finished a book, I could mark it off and impress everyone with the number of books that I was reading on Goodreads. So I was reading, but not really reading for myself, and not really even reading, you know? I had never done that before I started using Goodreads, and I haven't done it since I left. So I still read a lot of books, right? But my mindset is not, I got to finish this book and tick it off the list, right? I'm actually reading them and thinking about them and letting them work their magic on me, because I don't want to read just to tick titles off a list. I believe reading should be more than that. So, because Goodreads doesn't support that kind of feeling in me, I don't use it. So, if Goodreads isn't working for you and you're looking for something else to keep you organized, track what you're reading this year, track what you want to read this year, help you remember what you read, and help you talk about those books with other people, a reading journal might be your perfect solution. If you're interested or want to learn more, head over to thefigtreeboutique.com and check out the one that I designed, the one that I use, and the one that my customers are super excited about. I'll drop the link in the comments, and if you have any questions at all, ask me. I love talking about reading journals. It really is like 10,000 times better than Goodreads when it comes to helping me enjoy what I'm reading, enjoy going to book club without stressing about like, what's the conversation going to be? The reading journal just helps me have more fun with all of it, right? It makes me better. It makes me happy. And I could talk to you about it all day, but I'm not going to. So thanks for watching this video all the way to the end. If it was helpful for you, it'd be helpful for me if you would give it a thumbs up. And if you want to know more about the reading journal, here are some videos you should check out. See you next time.